Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit subscribe. Come back over and over and over again to see some fantastic authors, artists, creators of all kinds here on the Hangin With Web Show. We are at the 3rd annual Book Obsessed Babes author signing event in Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by Tyra Wiles. And we're hanging with Susan Thatcher, the author of These Foolish Things. Susan, thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right, so These Foolish Things, let's start there.
Okay. It's a response to all the love stories out there that everybody's in their 20s. And as soon as they declare love, happily ever after, curtain falls, nothing to see here. These are people in their 40s falling in love for the first time, which we know happens. And they've got baggage. She's a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, wow.
He's a workaholic and an alcoholic. And rather than just, okay, we fell in love, happily ever after, it shows the work that goes into a happily ever after.
Happily ever after takes effort.
It takes effort. It is possible. It exists. It is doable.
In the fairy tales, the horse does all the work. They ride off into the sunset.
Exactly.
In life, we do all the work.
Well, in this one, there's not a horse. There is a cat named Beanie.
We've replaced the horse.
And
it's a smaller world.
Yes.
We live in apartments now, not castles.
yes.
Okay. Where does this come from? Is this what about sort of the over the top romance said to you, you know what? I got to show them that it can be entertaining and real.
You just said it exactly. It can be real. There is stuff that goes on. Real life is fascinating. Real life is interesting. Look at the world we got going on right now. Yeah, and it's real.
It's
folks.
real.
I like the theory that it's too many time travelers coming back to fix things.
It could be. It could be.
I mean, even Sam from Quantum Leap couldn't dream this up.
That's fantastic. How are readers responding? How do readers like reality?
They like it a lot.
Awesome.
They like the characters. They like the cat. They like the fact that these are not young, slim, perfectly built billionaires. That
Yeah,
it's
I
real
was
people.
walking around looking at the posters.
Uh-huh.
The only thing I knew for certain at the end of this weekend was I had to shave my chest and start doing sit-ups.
Well, I'll tell you that it's escape. Those are escape, and you want to be the girl, or you want to be the guy. You want to be in that, and that's
I saw some
wonderful.
of those guys. I think I want to be the girl. Those guys on the... Wow. Where do those guys come from?
Hey, you know what? Not judging.
Not
Everything's
just saying,
cool.
don't judge, World Wide Web. So, how long have you been writing, Susan?
I've been writing off and on since I was a kid. When I was 8, I got an honorable mention in a Jack and Jill magazine thing.
Wow.
And I actually sat down and wrote a novel, this novel, in 2000. I was commuting between Concord, New Hampshire and Boston, Massachusetts for a job. And this idea had been brewing in the back of my head. Titanic pissed me off. Because that was the, star-crossed lovers, oh my God, it's so romantic. She let him die and then went on, married somebody else, had a whole life, and nobody paid attention to that. And I thought, no, come on.
She's going to carry that around a long time.
You would
In the real world, she's going to carry that, and there's a whole story. That first relationship after that is the one that we really want to see in a book, because that's the one where she carried that baggage.
Yeah.
Brought it to the table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this, and I got my knee block in the book, that's naughty. But
it's okay, we're going to spin this up in the back so you're going to see it, yeah.
We don't see on the screen, we don't see on the page a lot. If it's somebody in their 40s, it's usually second chance. They've been divorced, they've been dumped, the spouse died, there's kids, there's that kind of thing. How about people who have been so busy getting through their own lives that they didn't make love, they didn't make romance a priority until it, in this case, literally a collision at home plate during a softball game.
best How I Met Her story ever. That's awesome. Okay.
He gives her a black eye, and it's because he hits
and it's
her.
all uphill from there.
Yes.
That's the best part. That's awesome. So you're right. We get so busy making a living.
Yeah.
We forget to make a life
Yes.
and a love.
Yeah.
And those great romantic concepts that we believe in when we're young. And hopefully we carry them into we're all artists in this room. We've carried them with us. They're there.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of people don't get a chance to do that, and this is great. In that vein, we can spend the whole time talking and selling books. But we're not going to do that.
What are we going to do?
This is the part of the show, I call this clickbait.
Okay.
Okay? On the internet, clickbait are those headlines that you read that make you click on them and you get there and it's not really that story.
There are usually cats involved. Go ahead.
Lots of cats. Cats, I think, own the internet. I'm just saying.
They do.
There are several cats watching this now going, he's right. Okay, so the clickbait section of the show. I ask you a completely ridiculous question, and your real life answer hopefully gives me that clickbait headline that I need to get 1 million views.
Okay.
Ready? I look up here. And if you could do magic, what would be your favorite thing to do? Who found that?
Make Donald Trump disappear.
Magicians all over the country just started drawing. They're diagramming, they're drawing, there's a complex math going on right now thanks to that answer. What is the strangest dream you ever can remember having?
I was about 12 years old and I was watching my own funeral.
Wow. Do you ever have like a happy ever after in your head?
Yeah, I do. I've had a couple of dreams.
12 years old, you're at your funeral, real life romance. There's a pattern here. I'm not Dr. Phil, I'm just saying. Okay. Well, we want you to laugh a little. What was the last Facebook meme or Twitter picture, something you saw that made you laugh out loud?
Oh,
because we're going to find it and put it up here.
Oh,
see if they think it's funny.
God, it's probably something I made on my Medieval Merriment page.
Medieval Merriment page. We're going to put a link to that down below.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to find out about that.
Well, I have under another pen name, I've got a book in pre-release or pre-order called Patty Goes to the Dungeon by Monique DeSoto. And the
Monique DeSoto, that's the other pen name.
That's the other pen name, and the big piece of dialogue out of that, to give you an idea, this is not for kids. Siri, how do you use anal beads?
I hope you all turned the volume down for that, because otherwise Siri's trying to find things for you. Hanging out with Abigail down there.
Yeah.
Because, okay. So, favorite book as a child?
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web. All right. Oh, boy. There's my clickbait headline, from Charlotte's Web to anal beads and everything in between. If you had to fill your pool with something, well, other than water, what would it be?
Rum.
Rum.
Oh, my
we
God.
have a pirate among
I
us.
would hang with Jack Sparrow like that.
Like that, man. And where are you going to be next?
May 21st, Boca Raton, Florida Writers, I Heart Books.
Awesome. I Heart Books. We're going to put the links for that down below so you can go and check that out, get the dates, put that on your calendar so you can find Susan and get her to sign a book. Any kind of book.
Yep.
Any kind of book. The shut up card. Why did they do that? They were just starting to have fun. As we wrap it up, I want to say thank you very, very much to our friends at Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies, all of our authors, artists, filmmakers, actors, creators of all kinds who are sharing these all over the World Wide Web. I'm G.W. Pomichter from the 3rd annual Book Obsessed Babes author signing event in Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by Tyra Wiles. We've been hanging with Susan Thatcher, author of These Foolish Things and in Sundry. Remember, folks, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.